Oh, I don't need my therapy balls. I've been rolling on my feet a lot this week. Okay. Make sure you feel comfortable. Take a nice exhale, maybe a sigh out of the mouth. You have arrived. Yay. On your mat, ready for some yoga. And there's 5 life lessons from Dr. Seuss. We're going to start with just 1 or 2, and then throughout class, I'll put them in. Today, you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. And I think the practice helps us with that, to be kind and compassionate toward ourselves just as we are, even when that is messy and frustrated, sad, happy, joyful. We get better at the practice of being with what is. And you can absolutely be still and breathe. Just breathe in and breathe out. If you want to go along with the arm placement and kind of breath direction, it's starting in a wide Shavasana arm. So not too close to the body. Give yourself some space so the palms are in line with the pelvis. And we'll breathe into pelvis, belly, and low back. Breathing in and out of the nose, but imagining the breath, making space, pelvis, belly, low back. And slide your arms up into the T position. We'll breathe into the rib cage, front, sides, and back. Rib cage expanding on your inhales, releasing and relaxing on the exhales through the nose. Inhale, exhale. Rib cage breathing. Taking arms into cactus arms. If that feels like too much, T arms are fine. We'll breathe now, collarbones. Imagine the top of your shoulder blades and your shoulders breathing. Try to keep your neck and face relaxed. but we're at the top of the breath canister, inhaling and exhaling. Pick your favorite cactus, tea, or Shavasana arms, and we'll take a few more breaths. And bring your hands to touch in front of your heart. We'll send some love out from our hearts out into the world. You can think of a specific person or place, or truly every being, every living being. And I'll share the next wisdom piece from Dr. Seuss. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Just take a moment here with your hands at your heart, honoring yourself today, right here for this practice. You can release your arms. Keep your legs how they are, or you can change them at any time. And in fact, you may want to change them as we get into the movement to feel the movement differently. So we'll start with the left arm, reaching it up and over. Turn your head to the right. Inhale here. And on your exhale, switch. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, switch. Breathing in, moving on the exhale. If you mess up, don't worry. The arm that goes over, you look away from it, and you continue to breathe in and breathe out. And let's take one more each way. And come back to center. You can take your arms Shavasana or T as we do windshield wipers. We're going to add a little element, but first we'll start with feet wider than the hips, and we'll begin to let the knees go side to side. You can start small. Let the body get used to the movement. And you can always stay with this movement, or you can begin to travel a little farther to the side. Keep the pace relaxed and soothing. And then we'll begin when the legs go to one side, the top leg, you'll squeeze the butt and release. And then you'll switch to the other side, top leg, buttock squeeze and release. And you'll move side to side like that. If it doesn't feel good, of course, you can skip the contraction part. Notice the breath. We'll take one more each way. Come back to center. You can stay knees bent or stretch your legs out. Pause, and we'll take a few breaths right here. Think about the areas we were breathing: belly, pelvis, low back, upper back and chest, even the collarbones and the shoulders. Nice full inhales and exhales. Taking a few more breaths here. I'm going to go shut another door. I'll be right back. Pop, go, go, pop. Sorry about that. Okay, from here, you'll take your right leg to the right and left leg to the left. You can hook the legs if you want, adding a side stretch. Pelvis stays grounded, but the legs are off to the side. We'll take both arms, inhale, reaching up and over, and exhale back down. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale back to your sides. One more time. Inhale, reaching, and exhale back down. And then you decide, this is perfect, or you can reach the arms up and over. That's nice. You may want to add the upper body, a little shift asana. So the torso is going the same direction as the legs. We're looking like a crescent moon. And you invite this breath in. The open side is very receptive. The contracted side, not as receptive. So see if you can breathe into the side that feels smushy. Let's bring the upper body back to center. Bring the arms down. Then slowly undo the legs. Pause in center, kind of Shavasana shape. Taking a couple breaths. Notice what you notice. And left leg to the left. Right leg follows. Maybe you do the hook with one of the feet. Doesn't really matter which leg is on top. You'll probably feel, to me, legs left and left leg on top is what works. Let's do the arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back down. Nice breath in, arms reach. Exhale, back down. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And decide, staying here or taking the arms up and over. Maybe adding the little scoot, creating this crescent moon shape. And inviting that full, spacious breath into the longer side and into the contracted side. Notice the pelvis. Keep both sides down. Arms coming back, torso coming back to center, legs coming back to center. Pause in the Shavasana shape. Whole body inhaling and exhaling. You can have your pillow or pillows handy on your left side. We'll take a gentle twist. So, choices. You can bend the knees, feet on the ground, and drop the legs to the side like a windshield wiper, but you'll hold the shape. Or if it feels good, draw the knees in and drop them over to the left. You can always adjust the pelvis. I usually like to lift mine up and kind of bring it into the center of the mat, and the legs go off to the side. Arms in a T. Maybe look the opposite way of your knees, or feel free to look right up at the sky. It's a very subtle movement, but if you think about the top hip, and you can even kind of feel it like the top of the pelvis, you can take that and take it away from your armpit, kind of lengthen the side body again. You might find something lovely, a little extra stretch. Another full breath in and out. At the bottom of the exhale, slowly come back to center. And again, shift and come back to kind of this neutral feeling spine, and pause for a moment. Notice. And your cushion can go to the right side, taking the windshield wiper twist or drawing your legs in toward your chest, taking the legs off to the side, maybe doing a little shift of the pelvis, placing your arms in a T, and looking to the sky, head in neutral, or looking the opposite way of the legs. Again, on this side, if you'd like, you find that upper part of the pelvis and you take it away from the armpit. You're kind of taking the pelvis toward the bottom of your mat. It's a small, small movement. Full breath in, full breath out. And we transition back to center. Move your cushion off to the side. Taking a few breaths here, either feet on the ground or legs straight out. Pelvis in neutral, just noticing. We have done a lot of this movement, shoulder flexion, with the arms going up and over. So for bridges, I'm going to suggest you keep the arms down and maybe turn the palms face down so you can actually press the arms down into the mat as an extra support. So we'll start with feet in neutral, heels kind of below the knees. I'm going to give some options. You can keep your pillow or not. But we'll inhale and come up into a bridge, any amount, and then lower back down. And we'll do a few like this. Just get the feeling of it, pushing the heels down, squeezing the glutes, the buttock muscles, and then lowering down. Take one more. You can rest whenever you'd like, always. Now you can stay exactly as you are, or if you'd like, you can scoot the feet forward, away from the buttocks, just a couple inches. You may get some cramping in the hamstrings, so I have to warn you because you may not want to try this. It just is a little different. It's a little strengthening for the backs of the legs and up into the buttocks. You can press down, heels press down, buttock squeeze, lifting up and lowering. And try a few at this new spot. If it's too sensational, move the feet back. And next time you come down, consider taking the feet maybe a couple inches forward again. So we're going farther away from the butt. Start to feel the backs of the legs. Smiling can help, and lots of breath. Take one more. They're slow bridges. We're not in a rush. Not at all. Maybe we go a little bit farther away. This is probably it for me. Pressing down through the heels, squeezing the butt, lifting the hips, and lowering down. Take one or two or three. And we'll move the legs back a little bit, coming back toward the buttocks. And just take one or two at this new location. And we move back toward the butt. One or two bridges. Supported bridge is going to feel so good. All right, last time. Feet coming toward the buttock, and we lift and lower, and maybe last one. Which is not really true because you have to lift up into one to get the cushion underneath, coming into supported bridge. Cushion or blanket, bolster, whatever you have. Keeping your pillow or not. And I'll offer a few suggestions. So you get your pelvis just right, comfortable on the support, and then you can take another pillow, cushion, and place it between the knees. Take the feet a little wider, let the knees fall together like a tripod. So we'll start here, just being. Done a lot of movement. So let's find stillness, and I'll share another piece of wisdom from Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Let your eyes close. Let your body breathe. Keep noticing each inhale and exhale. And you can stay right here. If you would like to remove the cushion from the legs, you might draw your legs in and take your legs up into the sky. You can add your arms if you'd like, circling wrists and ankles. All of these are options. You can always leave the arms down, leave the feet on the ground. If you're circling, switch direction. Maybe release the arms and just let the legs be up in the sky. We'll spend about another minute here. And bring your feet back down to the mat. Big breath in, maybe audibly exhale, coming off the cushion. Bring your pelvis down. If you took your pillow out, you may want to add it back in. You can hug your knees in toward your chest. And we'll start with a gentle rocking side to side. Back to center, one hand on each leg, and we circle the legs. Allowing the arms to do most of the work, letting the legs do less. Switch direction. Bring the legs together, feet and knees together. We circle the legs as one unit. Switch direction. Release your feet to the ground. Hug your right leg in. You can hold shin or thigh. Just the right leg hugging in. Left leg can stay bent, or you can straighten it out. Here's an option with the right leg. Stay in this position, or if you'd like, you can take half happy baby, holding outer foot or inner foot or the shin, anywhere at all. You can also straighten the left leg. That will be a little more stretchy, a little more intense on the front of the left hip and thigh. So see what feels good today. Another full breath in and out. And we'll slowly switch sides. Left leg hugging in, keeping the right leg bent or not. Maybe seeing how half happy baby is. Oh, completely different on this second side. Holding anywhere. Remember, you can also hold right behind the knee. Anywhere on the shin, the ankle, the foot. Releasing. Hugging both knees in, you can create an upside down child's pose by taking the knees apart and toes together. If you would like, you can take full happy baby. You can rock side to side if you'd like, or be still. Two more full breaths. Feel free to exhale out of the mouth. And release. Bring your left leg on top of the right for thread the needle. We've had the legs hugged in a lot, but you can certainly bring this shape in toward your torso or just keep the right foot on the ground. At the bottom of your next exhale, switch sides. One more breath here. And release the right leg. Grab your cushions. Set yourself up for Shavasana as you're getting set up next to the last piece of wisdom from Dr. Seuss. Be who you are and say what you feel. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That's a tricky one. Make sure you feel comfortable with all the support you need for Shavasana. Bring your awareness back to your breath and take a few deep breaths. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe reach through your arms and legs, taking whole body stretch. When you're ready, you'll roll to one side, fetal pose. Pause there. Grateful for the practice, for the time to slow down, to pause, to go within. And I'll share this last piece from Dr. Seuss. Today, I shall behave as if this is the day I will be remembered. Also a tricky one. Bring yourself up to sit. You can bring your hands to touch in front of your heart. Thank you for being here, for sharing your practice, for showing up over and over again. It takes a lot of courage and discipline. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.